The Coast Collective is the West Shore's only community arts center. It includes an art gallery, artisan gift shop brimming with fine handcrafted work, as well as a year-round program of classes and activities. People of all ages come to learn how to make things, from drawings and paintings to decorative garden sculptures. We are all born with an innate desire to express ourselves, and art plays a greater role in our lives than most people think. The Coast Collective Art Center is operated by the Society for Arts on the South Island and delivers a range of valuable cultural services to one of the fastest-growing regions of British Columbia. Although culture is recognized as one of the pillars of sustainable development, cultural funding on the West Shore has failed to keep pace with regional growth. This is despite studies recommending investment in the arts as good for public health, stimulating urban revitalization, and driving cultural tourism that's known to deliver twice the return on investment offered by sport. The 2002 Regional Arts Strategic Plan, commissioned by the CRD, demonstrated that the West Shore was already struggling with an arts infrastructure deficit at that time. Colwood's Summer 2007 Futures Forum provided an opportunity for the municipality to reach out, connecting with taxpayers to learn about their community planning priorities, including the arts and culture. The public consultations would yield dramatic results. The West Shore lacked a home for the arts or even a viable plan to produce one, despite having more artists per capita than anywhere else in the country, noteworthy arts events that have drawn visitors to Vancouver Island for over 30 years, public schools with in-demand arts programs, and inspired youth and elders with talent and energy to share for the betterment of their community. Countless opportunities to harness the benefits of the arts and culture were being missed by one of the fastest-growing regions of the province. Colwood has gone on to invest annually in the arts, including professional consulting work to determine the viability of a theatre and performing arts centre. That project was also going to include a public art gallery and local artisan gift shop, as well as multi-purpose space suitable for classes in the visual arts. Unfortunately, such an integrated arts vision was not to be. Community arts infrastructure was quietly taken off the table by the city a couple of years ago, and no regional plans exist to develop an arts component through West Shore Parks and Recreation. Fortunately, the 2007 Futures Forum had also connected local arts leaders with the new owners of the Havenwood estate next to Royal Roads University. It was a turning point for the arts on the West Shore. The Calgary-based resort developer recognized the economic value of the arts and was eager to help solve the area's cultural venue woes. Vacant and vulnerable historic spaces were transformed into the Coast Collective Arts Center. It quickly became a popular visitor destination where local arts and culture were celebrated for 7 joyous years. The Coast Collective anchored popular community events, which drew an entirely new audience from near and far to discover the City of Colwood. It was a great temporary fix for a region teeming with culture and no permanent place to showcase it. Sassy's arrangement to have the Coast Collective Arts Center at Pendray House served the public very well. In exchange for providing free caretaking services for the developer's 12 acres, the nonprofit Coast Collective had permission to use the property, provided it covered all the costs except the property taxes. They were incredibly enterprising and were able to grow to build a thriving community of studio artists, art gallery, gift shop, as well as host classes and outdoor events which successfully animated the site and built its value as a regional destination for the arts, culture, and community. Once Pacific Landing had obtained a development permit, it was clear that a construction zone was not going to provide the Coast Collective with the traffic needed to survive on an earned income. Sassy undertook an extensive search for a new home, which included Colwood, Langford, and View Royal, ultimately finding a fit with Lennon Lloyd Wansboro at Westridge Landing. Relocation would represent a considerable cost, even with the new space being completed by Westridge Landing. Centrally located storefront came at a price, so adjustments would need to be made to Sassy's business plan, and its members would need to ratify the big changes at a special general meeting, or opt to close the Coast Collective for good. The Society's membership would vote unanimously to restructure, double their membership fees, and relocate the Coast Collective to the main floor of the new Holiday Inn Express and Suites. It took a truly community-spirited collaboration between the arts and private enterprise to craft this solution. The Coast Collective provides community cultural services that would not otherwise be available to the region, yet presently receives only 5% of its funding from grants and donations. Contrast this with municipal support for sports and recreation. West Shore Parks and Recreation could not exist without having 40% of their operating costs covered by West Shore municipalities. Despite the value of their work, only once over the past 30 months did the Coast Collective staff receive even a fraction of a minimum wage for the services they provide the people of the West Shore. Their personal contributions, along with those of the Wandsboroughs, have made it possible to establish a community arts center in Colwood. Their collective commitment to community arts and culture is steadfast and deeply rooted in the vision and values outlined in the City of Colwood's official community plan. A more sustainable solution is needed to fund the center's operations moving forward. So far this year, the Coast Collective is making cultural services more accessible than ever because of the unwavering commitment of its members, staff, and the owners of Westridge Landing. Over 2,000 more people have visited the Coast Collective at their new location than visited Pendray House over the same 8-month period in 2015. Given the chance, the community is clearly eager to support the arts and local talent. Very recently, the Society for Arts on the South Island secured its first community gaming grant, backed by letters of support from 5 West Shore mayors. This will go a long way toward helping to cover some of the Coast Collective's overhead costs in 2017. But further financial support is needed for the Coast Collective to remain open in the year ahead. To that end, it is Sassy's hope that it will be granted a permissive tax exemption for the Art Center on Whale Road. This form of financial support will assist the Coast Collective with a funding obstacle it struggles to overcome. Although the Coast Collective provides regional art services from its Colwood location, it is disqualified from applying for project and operating grants that other groups are able to capitalize on, because the City of Colwood does not contribute to the Capital Regional District's Arts Development Fund. It's not a level playing field, but the city can help. Precedent exists where Colwood has previously recognized the value of nonprofits and granted a permissive tax exemption to other organizations on Whale Road. The services provided by the Coast Collective are equally valuable to the public, and its application worthy of Council's consideration. The Coast Collective Arts Center animates the arts, proactively contributing to the health and wellness of the growing West Shore. It is important to remember that Health Canada acknowledges the importance of the arts in public health. Arts and culture contribute to at least 7 of the 12 key determinants of health in this country. Activities as simple as observing artwork, watching creative demonstrations, gathering with other creative individuals, and participating in cultural events and classes contribute to public health and reduce the pressure on our healthcare system. The Coast Collective welcomes more than 15,000 people each year, works with schools and other nonprofits on community cultural projects, facilitates successful partnerships that develop the cultural landscape and serve tourism economic development in our region, and offers maker workshops and art classes each year for people of all ages, interests, and abilities. An active and visible art scene makes a region more interesting and also enhances the vibrancy and marketing appeal of Colwood and the West Shore. The arts and cultural offerings of a community are seriously considered when companies and workers are deciding where to relocate. The Coast Collective provides an authentic cultural hub for the urban revitalization of Colwood's town centre. They work together with their Westridge Landing neighbours and community partners like Tourism Victoria, the West Shore Chamber of Commerce, West Shore Arts Council, and the City of Colwood itself. The Coast Collective showcases the work of hundreds of talented Vancouver Island artists and craftspeople. This puts over $200,000 per year into the local economy, before the economic spin-offs that happen when visitors to the Coast Collective spend time and money at other places nearby. The Coast Collective's dedicated membership and staff contribute over 5,000 hours of volunteer time each year. Their efforts advance the public arts and cultural priorities outlined in Colwood's official community plan. Thousands of these hours relate to skilled labor. Even if calculated at only $10 an hour, this represents an annual human resource contribution of over $50,000. Such an engaged community is a major key indicator of the value that the people of Colwood and the West Shore place on the arts. The loving commitment of volunteer time enriches the quality of life for our region's residents and the thousands of people who visit here in search of cultural experiences each year. The City of Colwood can contribute to cultural capacity building on the West Shore by investing in the Society for Arts on the South Island and granting a permissive tax exemption. The funds saved on the property tax portion of their lease will significantly reduce this important nonprofit's overhead and support healthy cultural development on the West Shore. Southern Vancouver Island has the richest talent pool of artists and craftspeople in the country. You can discover hundreds of them year-round at Colwood's Coast Collective, the West Shore's only community arts center. Thank you.